Hello, dear ones. We wanted to make an extra video specifically for this time with this virus going around of how to support each other in sharing more challenging emotions, especially fear, panic, worry, all of these kind of things. These kind of emotions can be crippling if we get them stuck inside. And one of the great things about being in a relationship at this time is having somebody there to hear you. Now, what's important is realizing that when your partner is expressing fear or other strong emotions, you don't need to fix them. And also, it's not a good idea to try and make them wrong, tell them don't feel that. So that's called negating their feelings. So if someone says, "Oh, I'm so afraid," it doesn't really help to say, "Don't be so stupid, don't be afraid. You shouldn't panic," or whatever. So we want to give you a tool that we use a lot in our couples courses of the Tantric Couple, which is so simple and so profound, and it's called Repeat Back Listening. Repeat Back Listening. It's exactly what it says on the tin. So we will take turns. It may be just one person feeling emotion, maybe both of you. And so let's imagine I'm feeling a lot of fear and anxiety. I will ask Shahid to hold space for me. I'm going to then share what I'm feeling, share my story, my panic, and so on, in small, we call it chunks, because if I talk for like 20 minutes, he won't be able to repeat it back. So just like one sentence at a time. I will speak it to him, and then he'll repeat back what I hear you say is this and this, you're feeling like that, and you're feeling like this. And in between, I do a lot of deep breathing and sighing, which really helps calm the nervous system. After I feel like I've cleared out the story, I'm then going to go in a little bit deeper, go into the physical body. We call this a second method, and we call it Shakti meditation or tracking or sensate focus. It's got lots of names, which is to track what are the physical sensations in the body. So first of all comes the story. Oh my God, I'm terrified about this and this. Then when I feel I've cleared that out, I go a little bit deeper and I go, well, I'm noticing this in my body and this. Shahid at that point is just going to listen, and then we'll take deep inhales together and sigh. And then I'll feel calmed down and I'll say thank you. And at that point, we would switch over. So we'll just give you a little demo with it this way around with me freaking out, Shahid holding space. And of course, it's good to do it both ways. Oh, I'm feeling so much fear right now in my body. I feel really freaked out and triggered.
I hear you say that you feel so much fear in your body right now. You feel really freaked out.
Yeah, I do. I'm triggered. I feel triggered. Yeah, I feel, and it's because I read this post on Facebook. I was feeling okay, and then I read this post, and it was just like about how it's the end of the world.
I hear you say that you were feeling fine, and then you read this post on Facebook that it's pretty much the end of the world.
Yeah, and like I'm worried that we won't even have water next week.
And you're worried that we won't even have water next week.
And it just feels like everything's changing so fast.
And I hear you say that you think everything's changing so fast.
I'm scared.
And you're scared.
Yeah, I'm really scared.
I hear you. I hear you say you're scared.
And I notice that I feel kind of tightness in my throat.
I hear you say you notice that you have tightness in your throat.
And a contracted feeling in my chest.
And a contracted feeling in your chest.
I'm noticing a ball in my belly, like a tight fist right in my belly.
You notice a tight feeling like a fist in your belly.
I'm noticing the contraction easing off a little bit.
I hear you say that the contraction is easing off a little bit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's an example of how it would go, and then of course you can switch over and do exactly the same thing both ways. It's good to do even if you don't think that you're both freaking out. It's really good to have a little sharing. By sharing and then witnessing the body and then sounding these three keys, we really help to keep discharging the fear as it comes. It's not that we're meant not to feel any fear. There is a lot shifting in our world, but keeping it trapped in the body, keeping it circling in the mind and trapped in the body is what creates a lot of ongoing release of cortisol and other stress hormones, which is actually not so good for our immune system, or for our mental and emotional health for that matter. So it's fine to feel fear, and it's really, really, really good to be able to share it with someone. So this is one of the best things about being a couple right now, is we're calling it co-isolation. We're isolated, but we're together.
Exactly.
We've got someone to listen to us and hold space for us. And of course, if when you're doing this, tears come or, emotions come, just let them out and just hold space for each other. This is one of the most valuable things that we can do right now. We're processing fear on more than a personal level. It's also a collective level. And so it's super important that we keep bringing it to consciousness, keep holding space for it within ourselves and within each other.
Yeah.
And
Be there for each other.
Yeah. So we wish you all the blessings in the universe, and remember to say thank you to your beloved. Let's not get all frustrated on top of each other in a little space, but say thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for being with me through this. Thank you for helping me stock up the kitchen, and thank you for holding me when I cry, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being in this with me. And thank you for holding space for me when I need it. Thank you.
Let's
And
do
thank
this.
you all
Let's do
for
this in
watching.
love.